Welcome back to another episode of Around the World in San Francisco. As you can see, I'm here going down Post Street in San Francisco towards Union Square, and that is the Salesforce Tower right up ahead. I have a lot of stories for you. A lot of interesting things have been happening. One story I want to talk about is a man that I met in an elevator as I was doing a food delivery. He was walking his dog, coming back from a walk, and everyone was looking at the dog and petting the dog, and so we were asking questions about the dog because he was rather friendly. It turns out, he said that the dog was a stray rescue who had traveled all over the world. He even had a little doggy passport that showed where he had been. And the dog's name was Cosmo, and he's actually from Greece. So I told him that I'm Greek and that I spoke Greek. And then I explained to him what Cosmo means. And Cosmo is the Greek word Cosmo. It means world. And I think it made him really happy to hear that, to understand the meaning of his dog's name. And it was quite fitting that this little dog who had been all over the world, his name was Cosmo, so he really was worldly. And the fact that he's a rescue showed his his ability to endure things, because those strays, they go through a lot. And I think people who get strays, they have a lot of love in their heart, and maybe even a lot of pain too. So they see someone who's been through some tough times and they want to help them out. So it's a great story, and I was glad I was able to speak with that man about that. So here I am at Union Square, looking both ways before I go. Try to be as safe as possible while I'm riding my bike. Never go too fast. And this is a beautiful sunny day in San Francisco. I believe September 4th was when this footage was taken. These days are just perfect for being outside, riding the bike, hanging out at the park. And I just want to keep going over some of my writings that I've been doing over the past couple of days and weeks. So here we go, let's get started. 10 new subscribers today. Look, I already know Aquarius 3E is the best. The content is so broad and profound. I'm not in a hurry to do anything. The longer I remain undiscovered, the less time people have to catch up. Then one day, bam, everything will be unlocked and people will say, hey, that's not fair. He's singing songs in different languages, performing all around the world, making blockbuster movies in different languages. How come I can't do that? And I'll say, well, just sacrifice everything for 15 years like me. Give up your social life, things you enjoy, your family. Give up everything and devote yourself to what you're doing, and you should be successful on the same level. Being an alpha dog doesn't mean yelling at people or getting angry. It just means standing your ground no matter what. Because if you let people push you around, they'll play games with you until they control you. For real. Very kind of the Golden State Warriors, who will refund us our season tickets this year, as unvaccinated fans will not be allowed to attend. The entire situation is unfortunate, but I'll always be a spiritual warrior and be rooting for my team at home and while listening to the radio on my bicycle around the world in San Francisco. And so I really just envision myself to be this Spartan with psychic powers. I ride my bicycle 30 to 50 miles a day, lift stuff, punch the air, all kind of stuff. And then of course I'm meditating 2 hours a day, elevating my spiritual realm at the same time. And divorce is not great for anyone involved, but how you look at things can definitely make it better. Look, men need to take back their strength and conviction in these relationship things. I was talking to this young guy, 25 years old, and he went on for about 45 minutes about how some girl made him feel bad, used him, said that other guys were better than him. Anyway, long story short, I prescribed him some Bob Dylan songs. It's all over now, baby blue. If you gotta go, go now. Don't think twice, it's all right. That's the more appropriate reaction for men going through a breakup. And I really love Lil Wayne's delivery. It's quite fantastic. There's a strong will and intention behind it, and he enunciates the words very clearly, so you know what he's saying. He really wanted to be a rapper, you know. When he was 12 or so, his aunt, some distant family member, told him he couldn't be a rapper and threw away some of his stuff. He actually shot himself in the chest. It made him that depressed and sad. So what that tells me is that he knew he had such a beautiful gift to share with the world, and someone telling him he couldn't was like telling him to die. I'll never stop. Honestly, even when I'm at the top of the top, I'll behave like a starving boy from Bangladesh. Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls and he's still playing at 44, but at least he got drafted in the 6th round. I never even got drafted. Actually, there isn't even a league that can contain me. I have to create my own league. I do think the whole racism thing switched, and I stand by saying that I am the nigger now, the king nigger. I was talking to this black girl, and she was complaining about how other black people weren't respecting her, and I just said, don't give them your time or energy. She went on a rant saying, you can't talk to me like that. I know how to talk to non-black people, and you were out of pocket in saying that. Apologize. WTF. So she's controlling my speech, what I can say? Yes, massa, I said. Sorry for all the trouble I done caused you. I'll go back to my working shed and be quiet.